Welcome to another edition of Pack Talking with Ben, me, and our special guests, Adam and Caitlin.
Hey,
They
hey.
are our TCW alumni and they own a company together, and we're going to be talking to them about that. I
And
also
they're
have my
great.
boy, and they're great homies. I have my friend Teddy here. He's
But
kind
hey,
of chilling out. But I'm gonna do something I've never done on the podcast before, which is I'm gonna do an invocation of the muse, which is a prayer to the creativity gods to make this podcast the most creative it could be. So here goes. To the ancient bond between human and hound, guide our words as we gather on this ground. To every dog who taught us something new, the ones who challenged us, humbled us, made us better, we honor you. To every trainer who came before, who figured out the hard way, who asked the hard questions and shared what they learned, we stand on your shoulders. Speak through our voices of patience and trust, of leadership tempered with discipline just. Help us to honor the language they share, the stance, the energy, the weight of our care. Grant us the insight to see what dogs need, to question our methods, to learn and to lead. To the dogs in our lives and the ones we'll meet tomorrow, may we be worthy of their trust as packs become family, as training meets soul. May truth be our compass, understanding our goal. This is Pack Talking. Let's talk.
I love that. You
you
invoked
So,
it.
know what? That was very good. And in my mind, I've been reading a lot of Dr. Seuss books, so I was missing a couple zippers in it. In my mind, I'm just Dr. Seuss
Amazing.
up right now.
He was
it
writing
was
he was
kind of
writing
like
rhymes in
Dr.
his
Seuss.
mind.
I love it.
That was awesome,
Yeah,
Bobby. Very, very beautiful,
Awesome.
bud.
yeah. So
Shout out to
I
all the
wanted to
trainers
create
that
the best
came before
podcast,
us. I love that.
Yeah,
right?
that's big.
I thought all
Yeah.
of it was pretty interesting. So,
I like
well, first let's get into you guys, Adam and Caitlin. Adam, I've known you longer, so let's start with you. Let's start and see how you entered our world and what led you into it, and ultimately to become one of the pack and our homie.
Yeah, I mean, I can go down like the line of like how I met everybody, but I'll start with how I got started with Caesar. I was working at a production facility in downtown Los Angeles. We were doing, commercials, like film, television, and all this stuff in the studio. One of the guys that works there asked me, "Would you like to work with Caesar? They need an audio guy." And right away, I knew the name. I was like, "Definitely, I'm down to do that." So then I go and I do sound one time, and I actually, funny enough, I DJ'd your graduating class, Bob.
Yes, you
The
did.
day, the time you were graduating, I was DJing that night. I got hired to do DJing. I think Angela might have been there too on that one. It was like a
Sure.
great class. Like I think Michael Burke was also there for that,
He
which
was.
is the meditation leader. So yeah, I ended up getting hired to do like just one-off gigs, right? It ended up turning into like more full-time. I didn't know Bobby the first time I met him, but then him and I became great friends, and Bobby ended up helping me a lot with like the audio gig that I had there. Um, and yeah, I ended up meeting Ben a few years later after that. What year did you start, Ben?
That's a good. I think it was 2018 or
18.
17.
18.
Yeah,
I want
yeah.
I want to peg 18 on it, right around there. And then Caitlin came through 21, right?
Yeah.
21. So it's what,
Post-COVID.
yeah, post COVID. It
Post-COVID.
was like a few
First one.
years like of me knowing Bobby, and then I met Ben, and then a few years of knowing Ben, and then Caitlin came through. But anyway, the whole thing was my background was production, media production. I started doing audio for Caesar, and then that turned into video production, social media. I ended up doing social media for like all of the trainers, essentially Steve, Art, Lisa, all the guests that you've had on. I've done social media and media for.
That's awesome.
And yeah, I ended up learning a lot of the stuff from working with you guys, but also like Steve was like one of my main mentors that I learned from. He has like a wealth of knowledge when it comes to dog psychology. He learned from Caesar, he learned from Lynn, he learned from Todd, he learned from everybody, and I absorbed that from him, and then I was able to go and work with everybody else to learn as well. But I didn't realize I was going to be so interested in the dog thing. I thought I was just going to be doing media for dog companies, and I ended up loving working with dogs, and yeah, that's pretty much the rest is history.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you were actually integral to me going out and working with Steve in New Jersey. You were actually my biggest advocate, I would say.
Mhm.
You were telling Steve in his ear, "Hey, you should hire Bobby. You should hire Bobby." And basically, I moved from California
Why I
to
said that.
New Jersey for years. Yeah, I know it was a terrible decision, but we ended up living together that entire time,
Yes.
basically.
Yeah,
And
dude.
yeah,
That was good
yeah,
times.
So
yeah, we
when
became
was that?
homies.
So you guys lived out in on the East
We lived
Coast.
on the
So
East
some
Coast
West
together.
Coast boys went to the East
Yep.
Coast.
And we were like suffering in the cold and the whole nine.
Oh
That
man,
was what year was that? 2018, Bob?
so it was I moved out there, I think at the end of 2018, early 2019, because I think it was like October I left and I came there at like
Yeah,
the end of
I bet it was
2018,
2019.
or it might have been
It was 2019
2019.
because 2020 happened while we were over there for about a
Oh,
year.
Yeah,
Bobby was over
But
there
that
for
was
about a year when it
serious.
happened.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. It happened after I had gotten there. And then basically I was there for, I don't know, a little while longer, ended up coming back here and starting my own thing in a sense.
Yeah,
But yeah,
21 you went
you
back.
were. Mhm. Yeah,
So
yeah, uh-huh, the end of 20, early 21. Yeah, exactly. It was, I think, February of 21.
One
I,
year
uh, I
COVID in New York, and that was it, huh?
and I drove across the country
well, we
in the
were actually
snow.
good.
So,
Where we were, right, Bob? We were actually good with the COVID. Like it didn't affect us too much in the sense that we
Oh,
were
really?
like kind of like in the
yeah,
outskirts of cities and stuff.
yeah, we weren't in Hoboken at that time. We were already out in the ranch area basically when it really hit,
Mm.
and that was more. I mean, there was still, it wasn't like rural. It wasn't like freaking
Yeah.
like farmland or anything, but it was far more sparsed out. There was woods that were wide, like huge amounts
Yeah.
of woods, and people had decent sized properties. It wasn't like stacked apartment buildings where
Yeah.
everyone was kind of breathing the same air in a
Gotcha.
building, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah, when COVID was
yeah,
happening, we were getting out of Hoboken. Bobby was still doing like some work in
walks.
Hoboken while it was coming like around, bro. Like we're hearing about cases about of it. And then Bobby was like working with somebody that he had to enter the house, and it was like they had COVID, bro. Like we couldn't
They
go to
didn't
work
tell me.
after.
They
It
didn't
was
tell me that they
no,
had COVID. I came in,
I
I
know.
got their dogs, I interacted with them, and I left. And
Hug them,
then
kiss
when I dropped the
them,
dogs
fucking
off again, when I dropped them off, they're like, "Yeah, there's something we should tell you that, yeah, our
yeah, yeah,
husband
yeah.
tested
it was
positive for
such a
COVID."
weird
I'm like,
time though, dude.
"Mother
It was.
effer." I was like,
Such a
"You
weird
did not
time.
just tell me." And this is like at the height of everyone just being scared of it. It was just the
Yeah,
beginning,
Yeah.
and
and
I was
nobody
like,
knew
"Oh
what to
my
do.
god." Yeah, it was, dude. So I was like, "Oh, great. Now I gotta go freaking
People thought it
basically
was like contagious through the leash.
quarantine
Yeah.
myself." And
Did you get sick from going there?
I did not get
No.
sick. Dude, I have a crazy good immune system. It's insane.
Italian blood, strong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Mexican and Italian
Blood.
blood,
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah. So
We had the
yeah,
antidote,
I
dude.
didn't. But that was the last walk that anyone did in that company, I think, because
Yeah,
they're like,
that was the
okay, we're
last one.
shutting down
Yikes.
all the walks because of COVID.
Yep.
And so, yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that was a
Hey,
that
crazy
was an,
time, dude.
hey,
yeah,
where are you two at right now?
We're in Florida,
Nice.
St. Petersburg,
whereabouts?
Florida.
Okay, nice.
So it's
And
like the west coast of the state. It's a northern west coast. So we're close to Tampa Bay is right over here. It's like 30 minutes away, but it's beautiful, man. I was telling Bobby that we got some big news that we can't share quite yet, but we have some stuff in the works. Don't shake your head like that at me, Ben. We're gonna do a follow up because it's bad luck. It's like when you guys got pregnant, you didn't tell everybody about it right away because it's bad luck. You know, it's like you got to wait a little bit. So we're
Gotcha.
in the process of doing some really great stuff, dude. But there is some stuff that we can share, which is like that. This is kind of like our new market. This is our second season that we've been here, and it's
Oh,
awesome, dude. It's
nice.
really like such a
Yeah.
great dog community over here. You know.
What services are you guys gonna offer down there?
We're gonna keep it simple, dude. We're gonna do training, like
Privates and
boarding,
stuff? Are you guys gonna do
yeah,
boarding trainings?
Yeah.
one-on-ones, boarding trains, very minimal boarding train, service dog training, which is kind of like a new thing to both of us.
Nice.
And also like a day training type of program. So it's gonna be almost like a mix between adventure camp, but it's gonna be very, very selective. I mean, like Very, very selective. The one thing we have that kind of ties into like the kind of the big news that we can't quite share yet is that we want to be doing like retreats for people to come and stay out here in Florida and do training
Nice.
with, like amenities taken care of essentially. Like come train with us. We'll put you and your dog through a program. And yeah, it's
like a stay and train type.
Yeah, I like that idea.
It'd be like a
That's what I
resort
want to do
type,
next.
bring your dog and train with your dog
Yeah,
kind of
I mean,
resort.
so much of
yeah.
like, I don't know. I just feel like so much of the work has to be done with the human. And it's like,
Yeah.
it would be a really cool opportunity to maybe set something up where they have a space they can come and bring their dog. And it's a really dog friendly community. We go through all sorts of real world scenarios and you can stay and, you know,
It's like a
do the
board and train
best.
for the humans.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like
It
that.
That's
is.
the way I think about
You
it.
know,
And it would
That's
for
what
the
require
I
board,
somebody that's, like, really dedicated to that
Yeah.
journey, like, that would bring a client that's, like, really dedicated to something.
Yeah, even just a couple days of them being there is a lot different than the dog being
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, I mean, it's like TCW, like, a week fundamentals 1 at TCW, people, like, their brains you need, like, some time to kind of digest everything after it because it's so much. So, there's so
Yeah.
much that you can take in 3, 4 days, and shit.
I
There
had to
you go.
join
I
Bobby.
like
I was
that
like,
energy.
if I join the podcast, I'm never gonna let Bobby be the only one with
Check it out.
glasses.
I know.
I feel like should
Yeah,
we
Ben, you should probably hide those eyes.
These
No, I'm just
are
kidding.
these are Adam's these are also Adam's glasses, but I'll
nice.
rock Adam's shit. They're the
Yo,
Dolces.
yo,
Are one of
They're
those
yo.
the
not
ones that
Hooters, dude.
Dorian
Shout
got
out
you?
Caitlin. Shout out Caitlin, West Coast
Uh-huh.
Caitlin
Caitlin with the
Taney,
Hooter,
your
dude.
episode was great, Caitlin, by the way. Hopefully you're
That's my
watching
that was a
this.
good
girl.
episode.
Really
That
good
was a
episode.
fun
Cheers
episode.
to her.
What do you call it? Are one of those the ones that Dorian gave you and that we had on the podcast
No,
that one time?
no,
No?
those are
They live in a
special.
safe, dude. We have those
Yeah,
locked up in a safe.
yeah.
Those
They're
are
very special.
like um
Yeah,
They come
those
out
are
only
great.
when I'm like,
those are rock star
popping my
glasses.
shit,
Do we have
Those
those?
are
Wedding.
dope. Those are dope.
Use it at a wedding,
What'd you say?
Good for a wedding.
Yeah, yep.
Well, Caitlin, give us a little background on how you started with dogs and all that, and where you kind of came in and how you ended up kind of connecting into TCW and
Oh my god.
everything.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I knew pretty early on I wasn't built for like an office. I needed to be outdoors. So my path, I tried, I went and worked in marketing. I worked for ABC for a while and that provided a pretty good life, but I ultimately left that job and went and worked on a smack boat, which is a bait boat, and that changed my life. I mean, working outside every day, I got to bring my dog with me, Layla, and that changed my life. I knew I couldn't really go back, and I think what really changed it for me was losing my mom. She was a vet for almost 30 years, and losing her like put me on this path to really start to think about what I wanted to do and kind of like what did she sacrifice to have children, and I she
Yeah.
definitely sacrificed a lot of her career, and so that led me down like I need to be connected with dogs, and I couldn't really find any care that was good for what I felt intuitively was good for my animal around. Like it felt like it was the same cookie cutter approach. And in deciding to leave working on the boat, I figured, I'll walk dogs. And I just started walking dogs. And I just started with my neighborhood. I'm in Portland, an incredibly dog friendly community. People love the outside, they love their animals. And I was like, I'll just start in my neighborhood. And I quickly grew. I think one thing that I also love besides dogs and being outside is like people. And so I quickly like grew an incredible community and I learned really fast that if I wanted to continue doing this, I needed to educate myself. Like I couldn't keep going on feeling like I was providing a service that I felt good about. It felt like I can't do this, I need to learn more and I wanted
So
to
you're already
learn.
doing your dog thing.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
wanted to learn from the best. I applied to be at TCW and become a
Wait,
student. What?
you didn't do any training prior to Caesars, huh? Or like shadow anybody or mentor anybody?
Yeah,
No,
you had
I
one.
went out.
Yeah.
You know what? Yes, I absolutely did. One of my good friends that I grew up with, Kevin Burke, he owns Dog Republic out in Newport Beach, and I went and shadowed him for a couple weeks. He has like an incredible pack adventure business out there, and great team. And so I went and shadowed him for a bit just to see what he was doing and seeing how he was like setting up his van and how he was working with the animals. And I learned a lot through him about business. I learned a lot about just how to structure the day. But I was coming from a very different service area. Like Maine is just a different than California. So I had
Yeah.
to, and we have different trails, we have different, so I had to kind of shift it to what would work best for my community. And so that actually got me to the place that I could really grow. And then once you're walking like 7+ dogs a day, you realize like, and you're walking around like an area that's public, there's a lot that you can't control. And there's a lot that comes up that is like, okay, I need to learn more. Like I
Yeah.
can't, there is no other way for me. It was working with dogs. And so I was dedicated to that. It made it
Yeah, 'cause
easy.
you
This
you
induction.
already seemed skillful when you came to Caesars. That's why I
Oh,
was wondering.
I thank you. I think that's a lot of my mom, like, and just how I was brought up around dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Instinctual.
you grew up around dogs a lot.
Yeah. We always had 2 or 3 dogs in the house.
And
Yeah.
go ahead.
Boxers and
Was there
bulldogs.
one that changed your life in a way, like mine is Regina's?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mine is Regina. Ben is
Coda. It's okay you
Coda.
don't know. It's okay you
Yeah.
don't know,
No,
Bobby.
I wanted to say Coda's full name.
Dakota?
Takoda.
Yeah.
Takoda. Yes, that I didn't want to mess it up. I knew it was
You're
Coda,
right.
but what do you call it? And do you have one that changed
Oh,
your life?
yeah. I feel like, I mean, there's more than one for different reasons. Um, Layla's my girl that started a lot. We went through a lot together, started the business. I learned a lot from her. She taught me. I mean, I still think of her and I
That was your
think,
last dog before Pop, right? Puppy.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But as a little
R.I.P.
kid,
R.I.P. Layla.
yeah, Layla,
Is she a bully?
she was a boxer.
A boxer. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I know you love the smush face bullies.
I
Yeah.
You have an affinity for them.
do.
Yeah. I even have a
I think
Yeah, no.
every time she goes to TCW, she's like, that dog right there.
I know, and
Bulldog.
it's always like an English bulldog.
It's any bulldog there, just for the record.
yeah.
She said, I think that dog's I don't know. I don't know if I should take it or not.
Yeah.
There's something about the
Taking it
tenacity
easy.
of the bulldog, dude. They're just so tenacious, and I just like there's
Just
something
like you.
about that. I love it.
Just like you. You know what's crazy is that Poppy's
Yeah.
kind of like that dog for me. She's like one of the first dogs that I've, in a sense, co-owned. Like
Yeah.
I didn't have another dog before that for me. Like we grew up
Reg?
with dogs, but I was very young when we had them. But yeah, Poppy's like my dog. And this is a Goose, which is
Uh,
our first dog that we got together.
Yeah. From Angela.
Yeah, from Angela. Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys all know Goose because he was at TCW too.
Yeah, I know that boy.
I know that
yeah.
crazy.
Ben was a huge part of him becoming a part of our family.
Yeah.
Ben was
I was
kept,
like,
every day was
yeah,
like,
could be the-
Adam would love
Ben
that
look,
dog.
car
Good looking
salesmaning
out.
you into getting a dog. Same thing with Dorian. Dorian would do the same thing. Oh, it looks like that dog loves you, bro. You should go
I
home with
know.
her.
You would do that to me all the time.
Hey, one time Adam wanted this dog at TCW, and this lady that was bringing dogs to us, I
I
almost got
know.
straight. I about got fired from that place. I feel like
Yo.
everyone's like,
Tell the
"Calm
story.
down, Ben."
Tell the story, dude.
There's a super sweet dog that Adam was kicking it with for like a week or so, and the lady that kept him, bless her heart for bringing us the dogs, but she already had dogs. She had probably a bunch of dogs, is my speculation, and this was Adam's first dog, and she's like, "Yeah, you can keep any dog you want, but this dog."
Not that
Adam's
one.
like, "Dude, I've seen hundreds of dogs I could have taken," and
Yeah.
He made a
yeah,
video with him and
Yeah,
everything.
it was I think the dog was getting a lot of attention, dude. And I think that, because Caesar was filming with him a bunch and
yeah.
getting a lot of attention. And I had asked Caesar too. I was like, yo, what do you think about this dog for me? And he was like, yeah, I mean, you can get you can have any dog, but this dog would be good for you.
Yeah.
So I was committed. I was down. I told Angela, boom, like let's do it. And then yeah, I think the lady just kind of caught wind of how popular it was, and she wanted to keep it. But it was like pretty devastating. I mean, I was gonna, you know, what's funny? I was gonna name the dog Stevie.
Welcome to owning a dog.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It can
I
get
didn't even have the
devastating
dog
at
yet, and
times.
Your
it got
heart
ripped away
already
from
got
me.
your heart ripped
Yeah.
out.
Yep.
That's
That's
What were you
But I
gonna
got
funny.
the
say,
dog that I
Adam?
needed, really. Because
Yes,
so I
right.
don't know if you guys knew the story, bro, but that I supposedly, this is what Angela says. Supposedly the dog like ended up like nipping the owner. I'm like, dude, he could have been fine with
Oh,
us, like, you know.
really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
supposedly that's what she said. So it's all good.
I think really good and easy dogs can be dangerous in anybody's hands, though.
Yeah, yeah, you can. Anybody can mess up
Yeah.
a dog, but no, we're blessed, bro. Like I got literally the best fucking dog like I could have asked for in
Let me
in
see his
Goose
face.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
was beautiful. She was
Let me
So
see
handsome
some
so
too.
faces.
so
Gustavo
Goosey boy
is a
is a
Gusta.
very handsome,
He is. I missed that dog. That's good, boy.
very
Good
handsome boy.
boy.
And I
Yeah,
named
he
him
is.
Goose because he was a silly goose while you guys were over there. Ah, what's up, buddy? While you guys were at TCW, he was
I
being a
like
silly
that.
goose. I was like, this
No,
guy's name is
I
Goose.
named him that.
I'm
I
not
named
saying
him
that. I'm not saying
Silly
that you
Goose.
didn't. I'm saying that he was
That's
being a
why
silly. Yeah,
he is
Kaylin's
a
like a
silly
little bit on
goose.
edge, guys. Be careful today, all right? Uh, so, dude, like we're naming him Goose, like with like you know the Uber, like the the dot on
Nope.
top of the
With
U.
the umclots or whatever, the two
Yeah, the
dots on top
umlauts,
of
because
it.
it's like because it could be like Gus, like Gustavo, or like Goose, you know. So that's kind of the thought process there. He's a
I
service
like it.
animal too, in case anybody was wondering.
Nice. What
Special
is
dog.
it? What's service?
His service is yeah, he does decompression therapy, but also he works with kids. Like that's his main thing. Yeah.
Nice.
Well, you know what's
Sweet.
funny is
Oh,
he was in
hey,
a crate.
that we're I didn't mean to interrupt. What were you saying, Caitlin?
No, he was. I was just gonna say that he was in a crate with the name tag that had Bobo on it, and that's my brother's nickname. And I was like,
That's so
"What,
funny.
Bobo?" And
Meant
so
to
I asked
be.
Ange about him, and she's like, "I think his name's actually Peter."
Nobody
So
knew the name. Nobody knew.
nobody, yeah. So yeah, but
His name,
he.
his
So
middle name should be Peter. Goose
So
Peter.
wait, real quick, you said you were working on a boat. Tell us about your life with fishing and boating, Caitlin, and what your family ties are. And Ben,
Yeah,
of course, loves fishing, so this will be right up his alley.
Listen,
yeah. I mean, I feel like it's it's kind of something that can't be away from like the ocean, specifically like salt water. I need to be my world.
The
It's
ocean is about
so,
100 feet that way, by the way.
but it's just like
that's dope.
some of my earliest memories are like sleeping in a dinghy, like waking up in a dinghy, and I don't know, that created something in me that just I feel a lot of peace when I'm by the ocean. So yeah, working on the fishing boat was something that at a time in my life I had just lost my mom, and it was like church, you know? It was me
Yep.
and, the captain was a female, and that's very rare, like, we were one of the only working fishing boats, in Casco Bay, to be completely just 2 women,
That's dope.
and it's called a smack boat. That's just an old fisherman's term for a bait boat. And so what we would do is we were essentially like the middlemen for lobstermen. So instead of them coming into town and unloading their lobsters and fuel, like wasting fuel, we would just meet them offshore, buy their lobsters, sell them bait, and then bring everything in town. So we would make bait calls
Mm.
early in the morning. My favorite bait was herring because it's just like so beautiful and it's like delicate and slimy. I hated
Is a
school.
fishmonger? Would you be called a fishmonger?
Uh, so they're like buying, yeah, they're a little different, but smack is like, it's just like, just bait. We're just slanging bait.
Mm.
So we would like load up the stern of this boat and with like these big 50-gallon drums of bait, and every lobsterman would have a different order every morning. So depending on kind of what we would get in, and we'd leave at 9 and come back and
Did you guys have to catch your bait, or were you getting your bait from somebody?
no, we would buy a bait, and that was the thing is, like, we actually had some of the best bait around, so
They were dealers.
That's the best.
did no, we had, like, we
We
had
had
good
that
bait,
crack
though.
bait, homie.
Yeah, they got that
Hey,
crack
you could be
bait.
wasting your time out there with the wrong bait.
There was
I
an
It's
episode
like
of
know.
King of
it's
the
like
Hill where there's like they're fishing with like crack or something, and like what do you
yeah,
call it?
that's
Do you remember that episode?
yeah. I think that episode gets racist though, so
Oh, which one? What is the
I
show?
think he calls him
What show
King
is
of the
it?
I don't
Hill.
remember. They were fishing with
Oh,
some
yeah,
sort of
yeah.
crack or something, and it was a King of the Hill episode way back in the day. It was I don't know. I thought it was funny that you
It's hilarious.
think
Oh,
that
that's
That's
he had like
funny.
it is
that
funny.
You
good
got
good
rabies.
freaking bait or whatever. And who's this lovely
This is
dope?
Poppy.
Of
This is a
That's a
little
course.
late.
Poppy girl.
That's a lady right there.
That's
Yeah. It's
just a
all women, right?
And
All women right
yeah,
Oh,
there.
look
she's
at
a
that
lady.
face.
She's a
and
lady.
so
That's a
you
lot
were
of women.
working on a boat, and how did you end up getting into dogs more? Like, just explain and tell us about the company that you owned, basically, and the name of it, and what you guys provide, and everything.
Yeah, so I working on the boat can be I think I realized that it was heading towards a path that was like pretty tough on my body and it wasn't going to be something I could do long term. So I ended up like the captain and I ended up actually working at a outdoor gear shop at like a mountain climbing shop and that was fun, but I was like my soul was starting to not be happy because I wasn't outside and I had to find care for my dog. And I'm like, what am I doing? You know, I'm just like trying to get a paycheck and I'm I thought like using this marketing degree for an outdoor company would be like a really cool thing. Um and kind of the path that I should take. And it ended up being the path that led me to starting my business. So I was able to work there and then slowly start like my business, which is Canine Clubhouse of Maine. I came up with that concept just based on like honestly what a lot of companies were doing out west. I saw a lot of companies in Colorado going on these hikes and I was like, yeah, we need to be doing this in Maine. There's no reason that we can't do this. So the first
Mhm.
thing I did to kind of light a fire under my ass was buy a van and that meant I had a monthly payment, and so that's what I did. I just, like, immediately got some clients and started just walking and, covered my $200 a
What
month to pay that
what's
van.
going on with the canine clubhouse these days now? Since you're not there.
Yeah, I mean, we have an incredible team. I've got awesome ladies that
Shout
are
out
up
team.
there. Shout out to my team, to Ryan, to Taylor, Erica, Bex. Adam's a huge part of it in the past couple of years. Jamie, Natalie, everyone is just like passionate about the outdoors, passionate about dogs, and just like being a positive energy to be around. And so we
That's
still
awesome.
to this day do pack adventures. We have morning and afternoons, but it's expanded. It took me a while. Like, honestly, when I did TCW, I got back and like, I just felt like there's so much to learn. It put me in a place of like, kind of feeling like I don't even know how to keep going with what I'm doing because I just want to learn more. And that led me to going and living with Lisa Porter, my mentor. And
Mm.
yeah, she changed my life. Canine Behavior College. I went and lived with her. Adam came out too. So it was like a whole family affair. But
It's awesome.
lived and worked with her for a couple of years and learned so much. And so now coming back, Canine Clubhouse has been going since 2016. And I finally
That's
now at this
awesome.
point in my career feel comfortable like training and stuff and sharing the knowledge. That's one thing Caesar talks about is like he wants you to share. And it just took me a while to feel like um, I could do that in my way, in like my own kind of in my own way, and know that I was sharing good information that was helping people and not just like kind of faking it and like speaking it. I
Yeah.
needed to like go and learn hands on to feel like I could do it in my community.
Yeah, I like
Totally.
that.
How many
Makes
vans
sense.
do you have right now?
What's that?
How many vans do you got going?
We have 2, but they rotate, like, they're rotating throughout the day, and then when we're home, I'm usually cranking a 3rd one.
Yeah, this past
Yeah.
summer we were using all of our cars. She
Yeah,
she
yeah.
she was doing stuff in her car. I was doing stuff in my car.
I pretty much
So
have
Um,
a
you
min
guys will go back up there in the spring and summer?
Mhm.
I like that. That's what I'd like to
Isn't
do.
it?
It's like, hey,
It's like a
last
dream come true.
Does the business slow down in the winter because it's so cold and stuff?
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, I think you guys maybe experience on the West Coast something similar in summertime when it's really, really hot. You have to get creative with how you're caring for the animals, and some days are shorter than others. Our winter season is definitely like not for the faint of
Harsh.
heart. We're very big on safety. So if we have to like cancel because it's -10, we're going to.
It's crazier than Jersey,
blizzard.
Bobby. It's way colder.
But it does
Is
slow
it?
down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
farther north.
But we offer boarding now, and so that's something that is like been a really exciting and new service and something that's
Yeah,
been
that's
great
good.
over the holidays.
Yeah, people love
Yeah.
boarding. That's a great service.
Yeah. Yeah. And people like they just want to feel good about who they're leaving their dog with and trust that that person will take care of their animal just as they would. I think that that's worth its weight in gold.
Oh yeah, it is. That's awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this year in Illinois, we've reached what I think it was like 17 inches of snow we got last year. We
Yeah,
already
it's
have seven. We already
already
have
it's
17
within
inches.
yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Serious.
And it's
I've been
not
seeing
even
videos of people leaving
mid-December
their
yet.
boats in the water
Yeah,
and the lake freezing over on the people leaving their boats in the water, dude, and they're trying to,
Yep, I
like,
saw
get
that.
through the ice.
that's
So
insane.
it
Epic.
does. Is it what does they have to wait until it thaws out, or they have to chop it out, or what do they usually do when that
I
happens?
mean,
You could get a fan boat over there potentially and put it on like a cradle or something like that and lift it up potentially.
yeah,
Mm.
we're
I only
good.
say that because I put a vehicle through the ice, so they got a vehicle out of the water.
Oh,
17 feet of
wow.
water.
Jeez, dude.
It's hardcore.
Oh my
That's the
god.
lake. So Maine's a little different. Some guys leave their some guys with the bigger boats, they're in all season long, but some guys that have their boats, like, upriver where it's, like, fresh water,
Yeah,
it can
because
be
salt water doesn't. I didn't even ever think about it. Salt water never freezes, does it?
No.
Over there in Maine, it does because they have fresh water like coming into the ocean. So they
Mm,
get chunks of
Oh.
ice. You said,
just in the Royal River.
yeah.
That's just the rivers. But yeah, in Casco Bay and stuff, I mean, yeah, it will get like ice chunks that are just floating off the beach, but yeah, it never we used to go that's actually yeah, we used to go out on the water in the wintertime a lot. And as a little kid, that's like how we built the camp out on the island. We went out there in the
that's awesome.
wintertime.
Do you guys get a break from the winter at all, Ben? Or if it's bad, do you guys like try to get out of there?
I'm gonna go to California, I think in April, but no, yeah, we'll maybe go on vacation too, but yeah, we no, I usually don't get a break. No,
Yeah.
You got to
I
come to
just
So how
Florida.
I'm
do
running the
you
business.
You got to come to Florida when you get a
you just
chance.
I
you just
know.
kind of take them out real quick when they got to go to the restroom, and then kind of keep everything indoors like the
I
rest
thought you
of
meant
the
like for
season?
me, like, do I
No, no,
go
no,
get a
no, no.
Well,
break?
He did. He
that
did.
too. I was talking about you, Ben, but yeah, because I
Yeah,
mean,
well, if it's like if it's under like 20 degrees, it really depends on a lot of things, like how much moisture is on the ground. It could just be cold down. Dogs are fine potentially, but then do you have salt down?
Mm.
Is
Yeah.
the snow kind of moist? Is it just starting to snow? There's a bunch of little
Yeah, the
wind.
salt can really burn the paws and
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
the wind is another thing that is like a huge
Yeah, the
Oh, the
wind
staple.
wind
is.
is that's the real thing right there. That's the
Yeah.
danger.
It could be 15 degrees out with no wind, and it's actually not that bad. But if it's like 30 degrees out and 30-mile-per-hour winds, cut
Yeah,
right through
Oh,
your
dude.
soul.
No,
yeah.
it's sketchy, and if you're in the woods, like, a lot of what we do in Maine is up in the woods, and you have to be aware of that because you can get out of the van and start hiking in, and then all of a sudden you're in the woods and you're like, "I think the
The
trees are gonna come down," and if you have a flighty dog, it's
A
y
lot
you
of
know
the
environmental pressure.
Yeah, yeah, you have to be aware of that, so we're always talking about that, yeah, it's there's a lot to
The dogs
consider
tell you
when you're
though
out
if it's
there.
too cold.
Hmm?
Dogs will tell you if it's too cold. They'll just lift their paws up, and you're like, oh, got to get you inside, and promptly.
Dude, this guy, he's pretty much why we moved down to Florida. We
he
were
can't
like,
do it.
he
He's
wouldn't
similar to me. We're basically LA born and raised, because dude, when we're like, because look, for me, I'm down to be in the winter, but when it gets in the way of us doing, because like I film outside and I work dogs and all that, and it was just so difficult for him. Goose basically won't go outside. He's like, listen, I'm holding it. And then he'll hold it to the point where he's like, now I made an accident in the house because I'm just not going to
Yep.
go out, even with rain,
Too much for him.
anything that's not like prime time weather. He's like, fuck that shit.
There's
Yeah.
like some
If I were to,
sensory things going on with his paws, we think, because like
Yeah. He's a special guy. Like if you see the
he's
front part of his head, he kind of has like a little bit more, what your vet would say, like
yeah,
a little more fluid at the front of the head.
he's got more fluid than brain.
He's
fluid.
neurodivergent. He's neurodivergent, bro, is what I'm learning.
And you
I
can tell
always say
because
that
his
Theo has
eyes, like one eye goes a
Yeah,
little bit
dude.
this way.
Yeah. So it's
you
my special
can't
guy. I
drain
gotta
that
take care of him.
fluid, huh?
Ben, he's a special guy.
I like
yeah,
that.
he's a special guy.
He is just a special guy. Look at his face.
So
I like
Adam,
that.
let's
Dude,
get
he's
back
the
to you a little
best
bit
dog.
more.
He's
You
the best.
basically started in production, moved, like became part of the TCW crew. Then you learned heavy from Steve and eventually Lisa as well. And now you guys are running a business together, right? You guys are training together as well? Is that
Yeah.
is there
Yeah.
is
Yeah. So
that all under Canine Clubhouse as well?
No.
it is actually.
Or
Well,
is
yeah,
Yeah.
Adam's been like, so Adam has been somebody that is,
Caitlin stole me, basically, is what she's about to say.
I mean, no, but like, I mean, you guys know it's not easy being filmed, but it's also not easy, like, working with dogs and being filmed. And if you don't have somebody that knows or understands dogs and how to be with an animal that is maybe scared of a camera lens, like, he is just like this secret weapon that I've had in my back pocket that has captured so much magic. And he is able to do it in a way that really shows like the dog. And
well,
that's because he
that,
understands. Yeah.
well, I think his understanding comes from years of being with Steve and like a dog,
Yeah.
like almost attacking him
He should
on
be a
the
front pocket
in
kind
a
of guy, though,
training.
not a back
Yeah,
pocket
not in
guy.
the back pocket. I don't know where she came up with that one. Just kidding. I like the front pocket.
Do you keep secrets in your front
Either
pocket?
way,
Well, I guess you maybe do.
Yeah.
Maybe you
Yeah.
do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe you
Yeah.
do.
Don't go in the back
That's
pocket.
so funny.
No, you're right, though.
Yeah,
That is where I learned that from
but yeah,
Steve.
you definitely you can read a dog really well and see if how nervous it is about the camera and you and stuff, and you know how to adjust and turn your body certain ways to ease pressure off of the dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
you're really good at that stuff,
Well,
man.
there's that part,
That's
but then the editing side of things. I mean, knowing like what is happening on a dog behavior standpoint, that you know, somebody that's new to it will be like, oh, this just looks better to like as far as like visually, it looks better to put this in, but it just doesn't make sense as far as information, as far as storyline. So yeah, that stuff. I mean, I'm so grateful to have learned with. Listen, Steve. Yes, I worked with him years, but like with a short amount of time that I was doing social media for Caesar, it was nuts to see like the real behind the scenes. But I was able to learn so much from Caesar, so much from Steve, and that brought me to the point now where like I can go and film for any dog company, and it would be like an app to be able to like like you said like know how to film it, but also like how to present it on the back end.
yeah, you definitely have like a director's mind when you're going in there and filming, and you have it while you're editing and stuff. You're very creative with the video and social media posts and stuff that you do.
I appreciate
It's
it, brother.
definitely, and you make music as well.
Yeah,
You're very talented at that as well. You're a
thanks,
very
dude.
Little
creative person.
freestyle.
Yeah,
You-
that's so.
Oh,
I got
yeah,
a
and then you
freestyle
just
for you
start
guys. You guys
busting
ready?
no,
raps
You guys
no,
ready?
no,
What'd you say, Bob?
no.
What'd you say, Bob?
and then you just start busting raps too.
Yeah. So,
So
all right,
it's
you guys ready for the freestyle?
You know, this whole
All right,
time
yo,
he's like, I think they
yo.
want me to freestyle.
Yeah, I think they want me to freestyle.
No, they
All right.
probably want me to
Yo.
rap.
Oh, I love this.
Check. Check
So-
1 2 1 2. I no. So, dude,
yeah,
one
no,
Get your
if you
skateboard,
want to
babe.
bust
Do
a
a kickflip.
freestyle about dogs, feel free to, bro.
He can
Like
dance.
one of my
that could be
favorite
your
things that
topic.
you and I did together was we made
The Harry Mack topic, dogs.
yeah, well, one of the things that we did together, you and I, that I was really proud of, but also was really fun to make, was the theme song for Pack Talking.
That
It
was
was
pretty
so
fun.
Oh,
fun,
yeah.
dude. Like that, we sampled it. We made a beat out of it. We did it together, and yeah, dude.
The Hall of Notes?
Don't say where the sample came from,
Yeah,
but yeah,
it's all good.
it was a Hall of
It
Notes.
is.
It's a popular
Wait,
sample,
why
but
can't I say
I'm
it?
just messing with you. But it's a
Well,
popular sample, but
is
we
it-
flipped it, and it's perfect for the brand.
it's like a record thing where in
Love
the
it.
industry they don't tell where they got their
They don't tell
samples
where you
from
get it
for some
from.
Oh,
Yeah.
reason.
my
It's like
bad.
a secret. Oh, you don't. But that I think that's just a way of
Yeah,
what
that
do you
was
call it?
before. Now people
Gatekeeping.
are like interested. Where did you get that sample? And people will share it. Like this is
My
a
bad.
little piece that I got.
Well, now with like
It's okay.
AI,
We'll edit this out.
I'm pretty sure they can figure it out that
Yeah. I love the people
but
that break down the beats. Like I share a lot of this stuff with Bobby. Like it'll be like how they made this song or where did this sample come from. So yeah, Hall and Notes. What was the name of the song, Bob?
Can't go for that.
go for
Yeah,
that.
I
I,
can't go
I think
for
it goes.
that. And
Yeah,
I ended up getting the ending part, which was twice as nice, and
yeah.
it's like twice as nice because it's
Ooh, we're
YouTube.
starting a band now.
Fire, dude. Yeah, dude. And
Um,
you got the rock and roll haircut already, but Ben. Both of
Dude,
you guys do actually.
Ben jams on the guitar. Ben's.
I jammed a guitar a long time ago.
I've never seen Ben jam
Your
on the
hair says
guitar.
something different, bro.
Yep. Heavy metal.
Is there? I always ask this question to people. Is there anything that you learn through video editing or that helps you with dogs? So is there any connection that you would connect the two, or making beats or anything? Would you say there's anything
Timing,
that connects?
big
Not
time.
a thing. So
Timing is
timing. I thought you said not a
timing.
thing.
Yeah,
Timing is definitely very important in
crucial, dude. It's the
yeah.
timing of things like some things happen like happy accidents where it's like this cut that I did on video lined up with the music and it was like boom, that sounds so cool the way it lined up with the music. Well, the way that translates for dogs with me is that I'll usually be able to like feel the rhythm of how something's going or the cadence of it. I'm like, oh, the dog's going to do this right now. And it's really fun to like point it out before it happens to the client, be like, he's going to lay down like now. And then he like lays down. So it's like the timing of it, but it's also like, being able to like know when to do a certain thing. Like, okay, now let's introduce the food. Now let's introduce some leash pressure. Now let's introduce our spatial, whatever it is that we are introducing. But it's
You know what it is that you're a director, so you know how to begin the movie and end the movie. So you know what should go in between it.
Yeah,
That's
and I
that's
know
like
what to show and
visualization
what to
for
not
something.
show too. Like you got to keep some of the magic
Yep,
alive. Some people like
that's
really
right.
want to see everything, but it's like let's not show you everything because some of the stuff needs to happen without like let's just say like the outside perspective influencing it. Like if I'm making
Yeah.
this scene for you, I don't want to ruin the scene by showing you everything that's happening behind it,
Yeah.
That's
Pick
how
and
I think of
choose.
that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, definitely. There's like the making of the sausage in a sense. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's
A
yeah.
visual.
But the thing is, though, I think that it's
Okay, Ben.
sometimes that it's better to remove the owner because they have some sort of emotional attachment that's connecting in and in making exasperating the situation with the dog
Yeah.
rather than making it into a beneficial, like calm, confident person being able to deal with whatever the dog is going through. So I think
Yeah.
that's why it's better to remove the people in a sense because they're feeding into it rather than being helpful to the situation more.
And in that regard
Would you
too,
agree?
like it's sometimes it's good to like know when to bring somebody in too. Like now it's a perfect time to bring in this person because this person represents happy go lucky. And that happens to be Caitlin. And honestly, Ben and Caitlin like are so similar when it comes down to like the happy go lucky and Bobby has the happy go lucky too. But it's like when do you bring the happy go lucky in? Like that like Caitlin's like my secret weapon. And I
In
might
your
be
phone pocket.
yeah, in my back pocket. I keep you in the back.
We're all back pocket people here.
That's fine.
Oh, that's
I'll
good.
take the
I'll
bag.
keep her in their shirt pocket, dude.
No.
Right? Fucking
Yeah, there you go.
Goose is
Right
in the
next to
front.
your heart, bro. Right next
Yeah,
to
right
your
next to
heart in
my
that
heart,
shirt
dude.
pocket.
No, but seriously,
See?
like
See how
this is
that
not
works?
just because she's here, dude. Like we work really well together because when I need that like that treat that is not food, you know what I'm saying? Like that happy
The
go
reward.
lucky energy, the reward. Caitlin, dude, like if you like watch any dog around Caitlin, they're all following her. They all want to be around. Um,
Mm,
she got the sugar, you know what I'm saying? Like so that's how I feel like her and I work well together, but also for her I could be like the strong arm or like
yeah.
the energy that's needed to like really set the tone for something and we like bounce that off of each other a lot.
Took a
Is
while.
there
We
like
want to know the drama though. We want to know how hard is it, not how easy is
It's
it.
Caitlin will
not.
tell
Tell
you,
I
us
was
the
just
bro.
hard
gonna
stuff.
say.
Caitlin will
I was
tell
just
you.
gonna say, man. It took a while for us to get to like
Like last
I'm
week,
to
sure.
barely.
honor no, to like honor because listen, like there's so many different ways to get to where you want to get to, but I really feel like, well, yeah, you can't lie to the dog and you have to be confident in whatever way, whatever approach you're coming with, it has to be true to you and it has to feel good to you and it has to make you feel like you're confident about it. Otherwise, it's not going to resonate well, you know? And so
So
we would
so
have different
how
approaches. Yeah.
so how have you been building up the happy-go-lucky in Adam? What's your strategy?
Oh, great question.
He
Great
needs some type of
question.
music. His ears is how
Honestly,
you get him
She's
going.
my muse. That's what it really is.
I think
There you go.
no, I mean, I think that we honestly fell in love during a time when
I like
like
that.
it's a very, you know, one of the most magical times in Maine is the summertime and he came up and like a lot of our time was spent on the water with the dogs listening to music and like
I like that.
I think he got to see like the best side of me, you know, which is just being out on the water. I'm my happiest when I'm doing that and listening to music. And when you share moments like that, I think you get to see, you know, maybe areas where you haven't been allowing yourself to feel those things or like experience new things
I,
or
I'll, I'll
let
I'll
things
answer
go a little bit.
honestly. I'll answer honestly. I know exactly where it came from. It was this guy right here.
It was
Like
Goose.
yeah,
Yeah.
because she like really helped me in so many ways in my life to bring out that happy go lucky. I was already really working on that because I did a RT, rapid transformational therapy. I think Bobby, you did it too. Did you do the
No, I've never done none of that. Was it art
hypnotherapy?
or something?
No,
Was it art?
hypnotherapy was with Steve. Did you do the hypnotherapy over there?
No, no, I did not do
So
hypnotherapy with
in
him.
the hypnotherapy, essentially what they do is they're tapping into your subconscious. And something that came up with the therapy session that I was doing was I didn't like fully enjoy my childhood because of family
Oh,
dramas and things that I was dealing with, and I didn't realize I was carrying guilt as well. The lady that helped me pointed that out, that I was carrying some guilt, which I never thought about. I had carried guilt from like not being able to help my mom when she was going through certain things, when my father passed away and stuff like that. So what she said was that you didn't fully enjoy your childhood. So what you need to try to focus on now is joy. Like try to find joy. And that's actually right around the time that I started to meet Caitlin, and her and I started to really connect. And through that, I was like, okay, like I feel like I'm really tapping into my joy side. Caitlin's really helping me just by being herself. I mean, just she's happy go lucky through and through. And we enjoy our time together. But then bringing Goose was like a big part of it
Yeah.
because he's so silly. He makes me laugh, dude. Like I just
I
love
like
where I
that.
am in my life now because that joyous side, that happy-go-lucky side is like so present in my life, and Caitlin has a lot to do with it. But it was also like Caitlin's connection with Goose that like brought him into our lives. I was like, that's kind of like for me the thing that really changed it for me, which is like
I
having
love
having
that.
having like a joyous dog and a joyous life, you
I
know?
like that. I
so
like that,
she
man.
makes your life a little bit lighter and you maybe ground her a little bit in a
Yeah.
sense so that you guys
Yeah,
kind of
man,
have
that was like
Yeah.
that's exactly how it feels, like, when I think of him and his energy, it just feels, like, very solid, very grounded, and I do feel like he's, like, the mountain, and I'm just, like, the water, like, flowing all
Oh,
over
look
the
at that.
place,
That's nice.
but he
that's nice.
feels like
That's
that is who
beautiful.
he is, you know,
I
like,
didn't pay her to say that.
no, but that's who he is, he's
I didn't think so.
he shows up and he's always like he shows up solid every time, you know, and you can count
Yeah.
on that. And
I like that.
that consistency is like that is like I love that so much about him. I think that it's just how it's yeah. You know, TCW changes people's lives a lot and I was definitely one of those students that leaving that place. I was like my life has changed. Like I need to go
Doesn't
home
mean
and
you
make
know,
some
yep.
serious decisions because
You
yeah.
you know what I just thought about is, I mean, I knew it, but I hit that my dang dog when Coda died, I forgot. I mean, I didn't forget, I remembered now, obviously, but that Adam was planning to come out and do filming right before he was, like, at the you're at the airport, man, that was what a tragic thing.
I know,
But yeah,
yeah, so
he was there for me for that. He was very
sorry that I didn't
understanding
do that.
knowing.
Yeah, sorry that you
Yeah.
went through there, bro.
You know, Ben, that
Yeah.
was
No,
like
well,
such
it
a
is what it is. But thanks for being
But
so
then
understanding about that.
your
Thanks for
kid
being
was
so
born right
understanding.
after that. It's nuts.
You know, we got pregnant right afterwards,
That's right. That's right.
and
You got
then
pregnant. Yeah.
his daughter
Well, then
died.
you
That was right
made the
before.
baby, and then the baby no, I'm just
I
Yeah,
feel like all the joy from your animals, like, went into your child because he seems like he's just smiling all the
dude, happy
time,
baby.
and it just
he's a good
feels like,
guy.
Yeah.
his angels around him, dude.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he's awesome. It's crazy. I don't know. It's just crazy to have a kid.
We're happy for you,
Crazy
Beautiful.
bro.
little
Yeah, we're all
shepherd.
happy for you, man. Little
Shout out
Shep.
to Shep.
Yeah, Carly is an angel. Carly is an absolute angel.
Yeah.
I would me and Carly and Shepherd should go visit you guys
Please.
My
in
God,
Florida. That'd be
yeah.
awesome.
Dude, you guys always have an invitation and
She'll be out. She'll be out for California too for I think the end of the TCW.
Nice. For
Yeah.
Speaking
April?
of visiting people, I just talking with Christina Losapio, and she said that you guys were hanging out with her
yeah.
recently,
Yay!
and
Yeah, we were just there.
I'm gonna try to get her on. Ben,
Oh,
have you
yeah.
ever met her?
Is that who used to work at Steve's?
Yes.
She still works with
Yes.
occasionally, I believe, right?
Yep.
And yeah, and she was at Red Shirt at least one time at
Yeah, I know who it is now though for
Yeah.
sure.
DPC. Yeah,
She's
yeah.
amazing.
I want to
I
have
love
her on.
her. I
She
love
is
her.
such a wonderful person.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Such a creative.
One
Yeah, I'm so grateful to have met her. I love her.
one of the
She would be
best,
hilarious on
most
here, dude.
truest people. What was that?
She would be hilarious on here because she doesn't do so much social media. So
Yeah.
it would be really because like look, even Steve hasn't really even had her on a podcast. So nobody's really, at least from the TCW family, like a lot of people haven't really encountered Christina, but dude, greatest energy and she's so like knowledgeable with
Yeah,
the dog thing.
she
She's been
is.
studying this stuff for like the last 20, 30 years
Yeah,
probably of her life, you know?
yeah. And she runs
Hardcore.
an
Yeah.
incredible, like, you think about like a dog sanctuary, she's
That's
got
She just bought more property, I believe, right?
She did, yeah, like
Next,
right next door to her plot.
yeah.
So when you went to go visit her, she didn't have like the barn that she has built out now. She didn't
She
have
had the
that. Like
barn, but yeah, now it's all
the barn.
remade and
Oh,
stuff.
dude, it's
oh, it's
beautiful, bro. It's
beautiful. Buddy,
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah, yeah,
gotta
yeah.
go.
that's a trip you got to go
You
make,
gotta
man.
go.
I
That's
gotta go visit her. I gotta go visit all my peeps up there again too.
yeah,
Dude,
Yeah,
it would be
totally.
dope if we could do
definitely.
like an East Coast, like if you could come out spring, summer, and like make your way up to Maine after that, like, or we just
Yeah,
meet
maybe
down
hit
I want to
there.
go to
in the
Maine.
fall or
I want to go to
something.
Maine.
Yeah, bro.
Dude, you
Yeah,
want to?
summer,
I want
fall.
both of you guys down here in Florida if you guys can swing it, whether it be this season or next, and then Maine in the summers. Like, and we should do
I
like a
want to go Maine
podcast.
for sure.
Because we have a space to do a podcast down here and we have a space to do a podcast up there. We have like studios that we work with, that I work with. So yeah, you guys should do like a traveling podcast
cool.
eventually too.
Definitely
I would
want to.
love.
I definitely would do that, and I'm definitely going slightly to go fishing with Caitlin's brother.
I was just gonna say, dude, get you on some
100%.
It's
giant
been
bluefin, dude.
Dude, it's
That's
so
what
sick.
yeah,
giant.
let's do that.
I've heard of you guys just making sashimi right and on
Oh,
board right after catching one. So I'm kind of
That's
jealous because
crazy.
so
I'm a big
spoiled,
sushi
man.
fan.
So
Hell yeah.
spoiled.
So
We'll bring
yeah,
it to you on shore, Bobby. Don't worry. You don't have to come out there with us, buddy.
you know that I ain't going on no boat.
We can
Yeah,
trap them.
nope, nope, nope,
We
nope.
could trap them.
You're a
I'll be the first
landman?
person. I'm a
All right, so
land man, dude. I got
Bobby, I got a question.
Landman.
I got a
Austin
question for
on you. What?
Bobby. I
What's
got a
up?
question for Bobby because I produce the show and I edit and I feel like a lot of people don't get to learn too much about you. But what is something that about you that maybe a lot of your listeners don't know?
Oh,
Good question. On the spot.
something about me that most people don't know. Well, I guess the sooner or later this is going to come out that Carly and I are broken up and we're going to dissolve the business at the end of this year. And I'm going
Oh,
to start my own pack walking kind of company like which you guys were doing. And yeah, so yeah, that's something that no one really
big
I've
shit.
never really I'm very private
Yeah,
person, so
that's why I asked.
yeah. Yeah. That's something that really is I'm going to be starting my own new adventure
Oh yeah,
at the beginning of this year and
That's awesome, dude.
basically a couple
fuck yeah.
weeks away, so
Are
I'm a
you?
little nervous, but
Yeah.
I have great friends that do it, like Dorium and you guys, and people that I can lean on for, like, because I'm going to be doing pack walking, picking up dogs, I think, in a van, and because I don't
Nice.
really want to keep them here per se
Right.
as much. I mean, I will if, like, I'm thinking about like creating like some sort of membership where
Yeah.
Yeah.
if you get enough walks with me, then you can board your dog with me because I know your dog, and if you don't get walks with me, I'm gonna just charge you an insane amount of money to board your
Yeah.
dog with me because
That's what you
Yeah.
do.
I don't want to have people that aren't in the club, right?
Yeah, you
And
gotta
aren't
have them
in
in
the
the
pack.
club, dude. You know what?
Yeah,
The biggest thing I did to shift client, like to help me out was make it so that you had to commit to 2 times a week.
Mm.
And then
yeah.
at a certain point, the dog is so good that they can like be just every now and then, but like 2 times a week, dude, we need you. And then you get a client that's
That's how you're gonna
dedicated.
become a member in mine
Yeah.
is you
Yeah,
have to do 2 walks
you
a week.
got
That's
to.
how you
Yeah, build
I like that.
consistency and all that stuff.
right.
That's awesome,
Dude,
dude.
that's
I'm
awesome,
happy
buddy.
for you.
That's so exciting.
It
Yeah.
is.
So, and I have nothing but, love for Carly, and I want the best for
Yeah.
her as well. I
Right.
no ill will
She was in your
at
life for a
all. But
reason, you know?
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, no, she's an amazing person, and it just did not work out in
Yeah.
the sense that I wasn't as happy as I wanted to be or could felt I could be. And so yeah, so it's she just moved out recently. She was here for a while. We're still like keeping the business together, but not being in that relationship. So it was navigating some trippy waters a little bit.
Right.
But yeah, but I'm excited for the future and ready to move on and
It'd be a
move
good
forward.
challenge. That'd be
Onward
good,
and
man.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing
So
too, bro. By the
yeah.
way, that's some big
yeah,
news.
I was a little nervous about actually sharing it. I was thinking, like, you asked me about it, and I was like, should I share it? Should I share something
Yeah,
Follow
else?
your heart, brother. Follow your
And I
heart.
was like, it was a good as time as any to make
yeah,
that announcement. So
yeah, definitely.
yeah,
Mhm.
All
You're
right,
all
now it's Am and Caitlin's turn. What's the secret you've been holding back on us?
Yeah, Caitlin
Wait,
has to go
what?
first.
What?
So what is something that most people don't know about you that would be kind of surprised to learn about you?
Um, I think that I mean, I know I am this happy-go-lucky person. I think that that is uh something that everybody would say about me, but what a lot of people don't know is that um like for the most part, I actually love to just kind of be like alone, and I'm a creature of comfort, and I
Extrovert? Or you're
and
introvert more?
and like I am
Listen,
my happy. Like I could be like alone on the water. Obviously, not totally alone, but like
Sometimes.
not like the life
completely.
of the party. Like I don't have to be
Yeah.
that. That is not like the truest version of me. Like the truest version is like something much more simple and
Mm.
good music, good food, and that is like what brings the most joy to my heart. And if I can share that with somebody I love and dogs, then I'm okay. And also, I've never had Facebook.
That's what you should have
Never had
said.
That's a
Facebook.
That's
good
what you
one.
should have said.
Never had
Yeah.
Facebook. I don't like social media. I struggle with it a lot. But like yeah.
That
well,
was good.
that's
That
why
was good.
Adam's your partner because he's there to help you with your social media.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Definitely, you know
awesome.
what I mean. What
I
All
about
right,
you,
Benny,
definitely
what's
Adam?
love
yours?
that.
What
No,
don't
hold on.
people know
Let's
about
go
you,
Benny
real
first.
quick?
Let's go crisscross with it. Benny, what's yours?
What's something that people don't know about me? I don't know. I'm pretty open. I think I'm pretty honest with people.
That you're building are you building a
What's
house?
something people don't know about me? I don't know. I
It's not
like
about
to
being
forage.
honest.
I like to forage for mushrooms.
Oh, yeah,
Eh,
you
that's
do. You like
Ooh.
what are the name of those ones that you really like?
what do they call that? They call it
The forager. He's
no, no,
never
no, no.
posted a mushroom.
No, but some dogs
So,
Forager.
so we have fish mongrels and foragers on this podcast. Where the hell is this fucking
that's
podcast
cool.
going? But what
Yeah,
are the names of those mushrooms that you
the,
like the
mor-
most?
the I like well, I coveted as morels, but
The morels, that's the one.
Morel.
They
if
look
you
like
drive
all
around with
veiny,
me out
right?
here, I'll be driving around like, look at that elm tree 2 miles away.
You find
That's where the
morels?
mushrooms
Okay.
grow.
Dude, one of my favorite things that I ever got for Christmas was a mushroom growing kit, and I grew my own lion's mane, and it sprouted like 3 different times. It was crazy.
That's awesome.
It
That's
grew up.
great.
They like shipped it to me in a brick. You open it, you do little slits, spritz it with some water, do that like a couple times a day, and then eventually it was just, I mean, it was wild how fast it was growing. I would leave it in the morning, come back at night, and it would like double in size. Crazy.
Yep.
It was so cool.
All right, Adam, you're
Yeah, I was thinking about what I would say right now with this, something that people don't know about me. I mean, most people wouldn't know this, but it's when I was a kid, I thought that I was going to be like an actor or something. It kind of ended up going into
Ooh.
like a similar type of field, but yeah,
Like that.
I didn't know that.
yeah, so she didn't even know that. Some part of me just keeps thinking about like, oh, well, how would it be for me to be on set right now, like pretending to be this thing. Um, but I don't know if I would be doing the acting. I think being on camera is like I'm really liking it now. Before I was the person behind the camera, and now I'm enjoying being in front of the camera more. But yeah, I guess being an actor is kind of like a
You do love like
performing.
no, not well, I was gonna say just you have this artistic eye that sees things almost cinematically. And like when we watch movies, he's like, whoa, did you see how they cut that? Did you see how they filmed that? And I'm like oblivious to that.
What was the name
stuff.
of that show that you were saying was one shot? You would like this.
It was
probably.
about a boy that got accused of murder, a young kid.
Oh yeah, I
you were
don't.
telling me about it. It was like filmed all in one, basically, right? For
Yeah, one shot.
It was one shot, dude. So it was like a play. It was insane. Like
Yeah.
they did. There was no shots, and if there was a shot, they like a cut. They would hide it in the editing.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
like Birdman. You
Like
remember
the
like,
movie Birdman. Yeah, Birdman is what I was gonna say. Yeah, classic.
well, Bobby's a huge movie buff, and dude,
Yeah.
Bobby, the one thing I do want to encourage you on, and I will definitely support you in this whenever you're ready to do the Waxing Poetic podcast. I know I've maybe put it out there. Maybe people didn't know that you had this in the back burner, but yeah, I think that that's a great idea for you to be able to share your movie prowess on your podcast.
Yeah. I've recorded only 3 episodes. I haven't dropped any of them yet because I want to have more in the tank because it takes a lot to make one of those episodes for me. So yeah, I do hope to eventually get enough to put them out and feel comfortable with it. But yeah, that is another thing that I mentioned one time, I think, on the podcast before, that I have another one that I'm just germinating at the time, but it'll come out. It will. It's
Germinate that thing, Bobby.
Germinate
it's
it.
coming.
Germinate it.
I'm moving
All right.
back.
Well, it's been an hour. I want to thank everybody for watching, and thank you guys for being our guests.
Yes, thank you guys.
We appreciate your time, and we'll have to do it again sometime. So, thanks everybody. Take it easy.